Yeah guys, so we will be coding the about section now in this video. So before that we'll just try to rearrange the pixels. So 200 looked more towards the right, so I'll just try to change the 200 to 150 pixels. So why am I giving a space like padding 150 pixels and 150 pixels? 150 pixels means on the left and space 150 pixels means on the right. So basically x and y axis. So that's what it means when you give a space and you assign another pixel to it. Of about you yeah, so I just made a mistake. I've just given it knowledge, but you just have to assign a class of about and assign the ID with the same name of about. This will be changed later in the video. I just made a mistake in the start while assigning the class and the ID. Yeah, so for you designing the card inside of this, we'll go to use Bootstrap Cards. So under Bootstrap Cards, you have to just choose go to cards, go to components first, then cards, then go to horizontal section. Yeah, go to horizontal section and pick up this card design, which has an image on the left. So you can just show your image on the left, and on the right we can show your description. So you just have to copy that and paste it. See, you don't have to just copy paste every time. You have to even understand what you're trying to copy paste here. Bootstrap offers you things where you can copy, but at the same time you just don't have to copy paste. You have to even understand how things work here. So now I'm trying to set the maximum width to 100% instead of a fixed width of this much pixels. Then give the source of the image, which is your own image in this case, or if you're not interested in giving your own image, you can just give any cartoon image, which I'll do here. Go to assets, go to images, and then choose the image that you want to keep there. So once you save this, we'll have a look of how it's reflected in the page. So yeah, it looks like something like this. Image looks fine, but I think we have to remove a lot of stuff and rename it. So we'll remove this last text, which is muted text in Bootstrap. We'll remove that, which is unnecessary in our case. And yeah, so we have been using this header class. So we have different header tags like h1, h2, h3, h4, and up to h7. So these header tags basically are like in the order of increasing to decreasing size. So we just put this text inside of the center tag, then we assign this h2 with a class of say title. So once you know that, you just have to write what you want to display there. Here we want to write about ourselves, so we want to write about me, and then we go to index.css and yeah, so it's getting changed. So next we go to index.css and then we code this about section. So go to the end of the CSS file and then write this code. So dot, so when we are accessing this class called about section, so inside section we give the class called about, so we just want to access that. So as I said, class will be accessed with the dot operator, and an ID will be accessed by using the hash operator. So since we have to refer the class in this case, we'll be just using the dot operator, dot about. So inside of dot about section we have this title class. So we so if you have to go to the hierarchical thing like inside of a class, inside of a class, so in that case you just have to write the outer class first, then the inner class. So dot about dot title after. So what do you mean by after in CSS? After is basically, so after writing the title called about me, what do you want to display? So in this case I would like to display some emoji, say star emoji, heart emoji, anything like that. I'll use after syntax in CSS. Or if you want to display anything before about me, then we'll use before tag in CSS. So this is the the usage of after and before tag in CSS. And then if you have to append any content after that about me, then you have to put content and then whatever you want to paste it inside that brackets. So in this case I would like to search for the emoji. I'll just search for the star emoji. You have to just go for any site and just copy the emoji. in this case I just go to this fsymbols.com, and it can be any emoji. You can use a star emoji, or you can use your heart emoji, anything. So I'll just copy one of the star emoji from here. Yeah, so instead of doing this through CSS, we can just paste that as a plain HTML text. So in this case I'm just pasting it before and after the about me text. So once we do that, yeah, it's reflected. So you can do it either ways, the one which I did using CSS, or you can use plain HTML to do it. But since I don't know why CSS didn't work, I'm just going to go with the plain HTML. Now it's time that we change our description. So I just go to my portfolio and just copy my description from there. Oops, yeah, copy mine. And replace the text inside of the card text to the description that we wrote in the landing page here as well. So in that case we just copy that same text that we wrote there here, and since jQuery doesn't allow duplicate classes, we have to rename the class name to typing2 and then use that class instead of typing class. So if it has duplicate classes, any of the one will work, like one in the landing page will work, or the one that we write in the about section is going to work. Both of them won't work together, so instead of that you can just rename the class to typing2, and then here you just have to change the class name to typing2. So once you do that, I think it should be working now. Yeah, it's working. So the color looks too odd, like the yellow color looks too odd. We'll change that, and the description text size also looks too small, so we'll just change that as well. So removes and is not required. You can just say I am a and then continue. Color can be changed. So in this case I'm using hash 0088cc, which is a bluish color, medium blue color which you're trying to use. So we can use that as well. That you can use any color which you want. In this case I think for a white background this looks much better, so I'll go for this color. And the description font looks too small, so we'll try to fix that as well. So go to that card text. See, you can write CSS in two ways. One is the way I'm coding now is called inline CSS, or you can just give it a class and call that class inside of dot CSS and then put your style there as well. What I'm trying to do here is trying to write inline CSS, which is to my comfort. So you can follow anything which you find is easy, which you find is comfortable. So, but writing CSS only in the CSS file is much better than writing the inline CSS. So make sure you practice that when you code as well. The font size of this description can be increased even more. So we'll try to change that now. Font size, the colors which I'm choosing here, it's all up to you. You can just choose anything that you wish to have in your site. And 25 pixel is now cool. And the image I guess is not aligned properly, so we'll try to fix that as well. Like I want the image just to be on the left of the description, so in that case I think I have to write some CSS for that as well. So I'll just remove this inbuilt bootstrap details. MD in the sense which we just removed, that was margin down, and the value that we gave just beside that was 4, which means it's in terms of pixel or something in between RAM. It doesn't have fixed value like 4 pixel means 4 pixel. No, in Bootstrap it has different values. So 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 5 is the values that we give in Bootstrap. So that's all up to you. You can just use Bootstrap's inbuilt units or your own units. So in this case I'm just assigning margin top as 1. Remove from there and put it inside of the image tag. So I'll remove from there and put it in 3 RAM will be perfectly fine for this. So you can similarly give margin down, or sorry, margin bottom, margin right, margin left, anything. But in this case I needed margin top, so I used that. So that's one way of doing it. So I guess everything looks fine. We'll see in the next video.